Hey, Chase, I did the math on your game, and you had 10 pressures and 43 snaps. Was that the best game of your career?
I think up to now, yeah, I think so. I think now, I'm just trying to forget about the Penn State game and just going in the end and just trying to get better now.
How did things change for you when Nick went out? Did it change your mindset?
A tad bit, just because we got one down, and I think it changed everybody on the unit's mindset that we had Nick down. Best player in college football, so we all knew we had to step it up.
Walk us through the last play, the fourth down stop.
Okay, so the play is it was a double tar. Coach Day ran it. He actually told me to come into a wide 9, so I didn't have to take a step and go in, so I could just go. Draymond, Jay Sean, they was in the 3. They ran up the field. If you look at the play, I would have never got there if Jay Sean, if he didn't block his hip blocked the tackle. And if the tackle got his hands on me, I probably wouldn't have made the play. But so if it wasn't for Jay Sean getting up the field like he did, I wouldn't have made the play. So yeah, I thank Jay Sean a lot.
Chase, I know that's 11 guys on defense, but you're the one that makes the actual tackle there. How did that feel? And you knew what it meant when you brought him down. What were the emotions like for you?
I was just thankful, for my teammate. If it ran the other way, Coop would have made the play. Yeah. So, it ain't really about me. It's about the whole team. If, say Jeremiah didn't do his job, if Jay Sean didn't do his job, he'd have got the first down.
Hey, Chase, did you see the video? I don't know, how aware you were because you had all the adrenaline from coming off the game, but when you were doing the post-game interview, you were talking with your mouthpiece in your mouth.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
It was Jerry. It wasn't the actual reporter. It was Jerry from the back of the reporter that took it out of my mouth.
Yeah. Did you know that was happening during it? That's a hilarious video.
Not really. I was hyped. I was in the moment, and he took it out of my mouth. I ain't caring.
So Jerry's the unsung hero.
Yeah, Jerry took it out.
Chase, I think you mentioned that you had number 97 on the tape on your wrist, right? And
yeah.
Nick was back here today. What was it like having him back here, and what did that mean to you? What went into your decision to honor him?
That's my guy. Obviously, I look at Nick. I study Nick's tape. To try to get little things that he does that I can add to my game. So I look up to Nick. That's big bro, and I had to honor him because that's my guy.
What was it like having him back here today?
Oh, it felt real good. Happy to see his face, his little jokes. He to himself, but he funny at the same time.
What did he say about you writing that 97 on there?
Oh, obviously it's all love. At the end of the day, I played that game for him, and it's just he know what it is. It's a brotherhood, and he expect that. We're just tight knit. We're that close. So, yeah.
Chase, it's kind of, we saw that video of the mouthpiece, but we also saw the video of you, doing a little prayer there before the final play. Just take us through that. Like, did you know that you were going to be the one that was going to make that play, and just talk about the emotion of that?
Obviously, I think everything is in God's plan, and I think they call it audible, and I prayed. I said, God, if this play come to me, help me make it. So I sent one up, and it came to me, and I made it. So, yeah.
Do you do that regularly? Or did it just happen to be caught?
Well, yeah, I think it just happened to be caught.
But you do that a lot?
I do that often. Yeah, I do that often.
Were you nervous for the Penn State game?
Yeah, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was nervous. Big stage, going out on the field first. The biggest game I ever played in my life, so I was nervous for sure. But I think it was good, though.
It seems like, so you're a big-time recruit. It's a big deal when you come here. You get a shot last year and you contribute. But I felt like you've always kind of given off the sense that, like, you're just waiting. You're just waiting for really to have your shot. Is that a fair assessment? And did you feel like Saturday night was maybe the first part of that?
Well, Coach Meyer, he tries to tell us not to wait. So I think every chance I got to get on the field, I tried to put my best out there. I guess against the Penn State game, I just had a real good game. I thank God I had a real good game. It was a national stage, ABC, and I just thank God that the Penn State game was that game that I had to go.
And I know you guys are humble, right?
Yeah.
I know the coaches tell you about that stuff. But if this is the moment when people have a real idea now of who Chase Young is, right? Everybody saw you do that. Do you want that? Like, are you ready for that? If you have taken that step in your career now?
And I believe so, but I try not to even think about it. I think that's what helps. All players on the team. Dwayne, you know, we just got to go back to the, you know, drawing boards. And, you know, I definitely made mistakes in that game that I have to correct. And, you know, that's what we got to do, go back to the drawing boards, correct mistakes.
You've been a guy that, again, is a five-star guy. The expectations have been immense. How close was that game to your potential?
Oh, not close at all. Like I said, I made a few mistakes, and I got to get them corrected. Obviously, you're never gonna play a perfect game, but you want to play. You want to try to play a perfect game. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Coach Johnson talked in the summer about using your toolbox fully, not just your natural ability, but perfecting your craft. Could you kind of walk us through that process for you this summer, and not just being a guy who relies on his talent?
You know, they say talent like your get off the ball, your strength, how well you can move side to side naturally. But when you go against a better tackle, that's not going to work. You got to go back to his toolbox: power steps, side scissors inside, long arm. What's the name? Just things like that with your hands. I think most of the time, I think every single play that I didn't use my hands at Penn State, he called out. So, like I said, I made some mistakes in that game that I got to correct. I got to use my hands even more.
Chase, you guys know all about Coach Johnson and his history at Penn State, and now the last 4 years has been at least the last 4 years, 3 games on the defensive line here has sort of been the difference in the game. Does it mean? Can you tell it means more to him in that game than a normal week?
Oh, for sure. I mean, obviously he used to coach there. Obviously, everybody know when it's Penn State week, Coach Day is extra jacked up for practice. He just turned into a different guy, just knowing, you know, he used to go there. Just like when we play Maryland, I'm gonna be jacked up just because I'm from Maryland. You feel me? So, you know, I like it. I like when you jacked up like that. It gets me going. It gets the whole unit going. And yeah.
Chase, along those lines, 2014 game, Joey Bosa ends that with a sack. Last year, Sam Hubbard, you know, tackles 2 guys, at once. Jalen Holmes has a diving sack. You finish this game. Does Coach Johnson elevate you guys in this game?
Oh yeah, I give Coach Johnson all the credit, the way he pushes us, the way he wants us to use our technique, how he coaches us every day. I give all the credit to Coach Johnson, the best coach in the nation.
Where does your play rank in that line of defensive ends against Penn State, do you think?
I'm not sure. That's for y'all to decide, to talk about. I ain't even tripping about all that.
Chase, did you leave there, though, the other night just feeling you were a big-time factor in that game? You understand what I'm saying? What does that do for you moving forward from a confidence standpoint, et cetera?
It just makes me work even harder at practice. Makes me want to, you know, get my keys down. The mistakes I did make, just not make them in the next game. I think that's what it did for me.
Have you watched Indiana yet? I mean, they've got a quarterback, that's a dual threat kid, Peyton Ramsey.
Yeah.
What does he bring to the table from your standpoint?
It kind of he reminds me of Trace McSorley. You know, the way he can move. But you know, we're just gonna play him like we did Trace McSorley and try to keep him contained and close the pocket on him.
And you guys are going against dual threats almost every week now, it looks like. I mean,
yeah.
Does that help as you go along to have played those guys?
I think for
in
sure.
What way?
I think the best running quarterback in college football is Trace McSorley. So going against, you know, a guy from Indiana, obviously, you know, he's a good player. And we're just going to prepare for him just like we did Trace McSorley.
Chase, seeing Nick out here today, I mean, you've probably been around him more than we have, but man, it's the first time we've seen him out there. I mean, is that like, hey, he's back in at least he's in the mix. And
yeah.
It's going to be a while, but I mean.
It's going to be a while. And, you know, we're going to hold it down until they get back. And, you know, obviously we can't wait till he gets back because he's a big part of this defense, like the leader of this defense. So, you know, we just can't wait till we get back. But glad to have him back.
Chase, now that you had your national coming out party, is it a springboard for you? Do you think it's just a springboard? What's next for you?
I think, you know, just go back to practice, work hard with my team, and, you know, just on to Indiana, just try to be perfect.
Thank you, Chase.
Hey, thanks, Chase.
Thanks, Jay.